I saw me. I saw myself as a teacher in a different light. Most teachers think I've got it going on, I know what I'm doing and nobody can tell me, and I want to be in here because I'm doing my thing. Even having been District Teacher of the Year, you know, you don't want to admit your head's a little pumped up, but it is because you think you got it. And I saw that there were a lot of things that I wasn't doing, that I haven't been doing. I thought I was doing so well, but I've been missing a lot of little things that, according to the power of teaching, are very beneficial to the kids. I haven't been doing it. It made me come back and revamp almost my entire way of teaching, restructuring my class. A lot of times we have little things that I would do. I would tend to wait for other kids to finish that little thing. Okay, no, I've got to restructure this. Things that I did at the beginning, I put at the end. Totally revamp, not what I was teaching, but the way I taught it. So things could roll at a better pace, so that it revamped the classroom for me. And it made a great difference, it did.
Based on my walkthroughs, and this is prior to the power of teaching, there was really no specific process or strategy or plan for instruction. It was almost as if we just kind of opened our book and we just started teaching. The power of teaching has taken us from a level of, I guess, the novice, for lack of a better word, and has tooled up our teaching staff, in that teachers now have specific strategies, and they're using those strategies in the classroom. And I can actually tell the difference in how the teacher gives specific praise to kids who are in the class. And those are things that we didn't do prior to the power of teaching. So I'm really excited about the next level as we move further with the power of teaching.
When we first started with the power of teaching, I thought it was just going to be another program or another thing that we have to go through. But when we got into the different components and the different types of questions that were asked and the different things that we saw with the presentation, it made me feel more confident, because now I'm saying, okay, I have a better understanding. You know, as an administrator, you always know what needs to be done, but here is a roadmap per se as to what you can do, a way to do it, and a way to do it successfully.
As I think about it, one particular session with our teachers, a teacher stated that the power of teaching has really helped her. She said, "Miss Peoples, had I known this prior to going through the power of teaching," she said, "I would have been doing things totally different." And just to be specific, we were talking about questioning techniques, the types of questions that we ask our students, and even noticing the wait time. I think she specifically spoke about the wait time and how she didn't realize she was not providing ample time for students to respond, or that she was calling on certain students and before they could respond, just moving on to other students or asking for a core response. So it really helped her to focus in that aspect.
We need to work a little harder on instruction as far as rigorous questions, making sure that we have those hot questions, those higher order thinking questions, to allow our children to be more engaged and to get a better concept of what we're trying to get, because we have to meet the state standards here at Estill High School. And one thing, we believe in success and nothing less, and failure is not an option. So the power of teaching allows us to move into that capacity with our students and with our teachers at the same time.
So you could hear it in the workshop and talk about it, and it seems like, well, yeah, I'm doing that. But when you actually get here and put it in motion and say it to them and see their response, and everybody's hungry for that extra attention, because they've gotten very good, you've done well, thank you, they've gotten that for years. But we haven't done our feedback on that level ever. So that was a big thing. And I'm going to tell you something else that happened to us. We did 2 weeks of something called a cram prep session, where we had like 37 kids in here with 5 adults. And the part about the furniture made a big difference. It's preparing us for next year with cuts and everything. We had 37 desks, 5 adults, and we still had to move. So I changed desks around about 5 or 6 times, but was able to create a way that the kids were comfortable, we were cool, and everyone could circulate. And it makes a big difference. Some people just throw desks together. And it was really even kind of touching when one of my coworkers said, well, Ms. Smart, your room is working good. How did you do that? Help me out. So I said, okay, let's work together. What do you think? What do you want out of your room? Well, I want to be able to move around. So we even put together after school one day how her room, we set it up. And it even made behavior better. Her monitors were able to circulate. So it worked overall. I mean, it's just a total effect. It is.